Okay, and welcome back. We are now in video 3 of the basic shooter course for creating a game in Unity, I should say, with the current global situation. Now, at the start of the game, we actually want to lock the cursor. So the thing that you see me moving around my screen, it's probably outlined in a yellow circle, is called the cursor, the thing that you might also know as the mouse. Now I want to have that disappear in my game while the game is active. So I will say cursor.lockState equals cursor lock mode dot confined. Dot locked. So confined makes it to where it cannot leave the box. Locked means it is, we want it locked. Locked will make it to where it disappears. It stays in the center and you can't see your cursor. None means that the behavior is unmodified and it works like normal. So let's set it to locked, which means that it's stuck in the middle and it cannot move. Well, it can move, but okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves. You'll see what it does. Now, in our update, this can be a bit complicated, but first we want to say if game, if is game active. So this will only run our updating the game if we are currently playing the game. So if the game is active, then we want to see if the player is trying to shoot. So we say if, now to get the input mouse button or a finger click on the touch screen, we say input.get mouse button down 0. 0 is the left mouse button, and we're going to say shoot a shot. Now to shoot a shot, we need to create a shoot method. So let's make a private void, we need a capital S, shoot. And we'll label this as checks the list of shots for an inactive shot. If found, activate shot and shoot it. Else, instantiate a new shot, add it to the list, and shoot it. Okay, so that's pretty much what the shoot function will do, exactly as it sounds. So we're actually going to take a break, or we aren't going to design it right now. We're going to finish off with our update, but we will call it, so shoot. Not like darn it, but like shoot. Okay, so we're back in our update, and below the if statement, we're going to, here, let's say, if player clicks left mouse button or taps on screen, shoot shot. Game is active. Give us some comments to tell us what things do. Now we want to get the rotation, so I'm going to make this a region. This region will be called rotate the player. Let me copy and paste that and add an end region. So first we want the mouse X, float mouse X, which we'll set to input dot get axis raw, and this will be equal to mouse x. Now you can see what get axis raws that you can use by looking in your Unity in Edit, Project Settings. Let's wait for it to compile, since I did save my game at one point in time. Input Manager, Axis, and then you can type horizontal, vertical, fire 1, fire 2, fire 3, jump, mouse X, mouse Y, mouse scroll wheel, horizontal, vertical, fire 1, fire 2, fire 3, jump, submit, submit, or cancel. And you can also edit all of these by looking here. So it's type for mouse movement on the x-axis of the mouse movement, or it's the motion from the joystick. You can also add a positive button like A and D. Well, negative would be A, positive would be D if you want to do a WASD motion. But I'm going to keep it stuck to just the mouse. And that's what it is. It's mouse X. Now let's add a comment to mouse X telling us what mouse X is. Now mouse X is tells us if the mouse was moved. And that's pretty much it. Moved sideways. We also want to get the Euler Y. So float Euler, what a weird word, Euler Y, which will equal to our transform dot Euler angles dot Y. And this is the left right rotation of this object. And we'll say used to gets too complicated. Now we need one more thing, which will be our max Euler. So float max Euler Y, which will equal the, okay, let's make a parentheses, and we'll say Euler Y is greater than 180 question mark. So if the Euler Y is greater than 180, then we want to return parentheses Euler Y minus 180. Otherwise, we want to, oh, I am terribly sorry, it's not 180, it's 360. Otherwise, we simply return the Euler Y. Now, if you want to test this out yourself, what I find is here. If rotation is here, let's say get rotation as it is shown in the editor. So if you look at your rotation in the editor, your character's rotation will only go between negative 180 and positive 180, with negative 180 being anything over positive 180. So it pretty much goes 180 to 0 to negative 180. And then back to 180. Like that. And that's their circle. They do this instead of 0 to 360. Which can be confusing, but at least you get to work with smaller numbers, albeit ridiculously small. So now I want to see if we have moved the mouse to the left. So if mouse X is greater than 0. Oh, sorry, this is to the right. And our Euler Y is less than 45. Actually, let's go back up to our variables, up to our private float, and let's say max rotation equals 45. Pretty much saying that we cannot turn more than 45 degree angle, 45 degrees in one way. So now Euler Y is less than the max rotation, and then inside of there, okay, our video is getting a little bit long, so let's actually have a long video. Oh well. Okay. So if it's less than the maximum rotation and we are moving in the proper direction, then we want to set the rotation. The rotation will equal Euler Y plus the movement speed times mouse X. So sometimes mouse X goes from 0 to about 2, but it's only like a 1.5 if you really jerk your mouse to the right. Okay, and then we want to say the transform.local local rotation, there we go, equals a quaternion dot Euler 0 rotation 0, which tells us that the X is not rotated. It does not look shoot, I forget whatever X is, and then the Y, which is the left and right, and then the Z. So you can look at those by going to, yeah, what is the X, Y, and Z rotation? Oh well, I forget. And then now otherwise, if it's not this, we want to see if the mouse X, not space X, is less than 0. So we are moving to the left. Here, let's make a comment. Mouse moves right, mouse moves left, and the Euler Y is greater than negative max rotation. Then we are pretty much copying this, so let's pretty much copy it, and we want to change a few things. So the rotation is the Euler Y plus the movement speed times the mouse speed. Oh my, actually no, there is no difference here at all. I am terribly sorry. So we can actually, let's just cut this all together. Let's paste this and we'll say or this. There we go. Mouse moves left or mouse moves left. And we'll just delete this part. So if it moves left or right, we set the rotation. Now we need to we are done with that, and we want to check if we need more bad guys. So first we say delay plus plus, and then we say if the delay is greater than the max delay, then we we need to say check bad guys. So let's create a private void check bad guys, and we'll give it its stuff in the next video, but we'll call check bad guys. And that's pretty much our whole update in a nutshell. So here it is, and thank you very much for watching the video. We'll get into implementing some more methods instead of just our start and update in the next video. So of course, let's save our file, and thank you very much for watching. I look forward to having you join the next video.